We've been talking a lot about how people are preparing for this specific manned space flight, but exactly who have prepared Shenzhou 7 for us? This is an interesting story we need to explore. That is the people in the Chinese Academy of Space Technology, and our reporter Ji Xiaojun is bringing us all of these details. Let's take a look.
Now I'm standing in front of the China Academy of Space Technology. These days, this has been the busy place. As we can see, cars going in and cars going out. Very soon, the Shenzhou 7 spacecraft will be launched. And you might not know that actually the aircraft is developed in here, inside this building. So today we're going to go inside and take a look at the spacecraft development base. So why don't you just follow me? Now this is the exhibition hall where we can learn the entire history of the Academy from the first satellite in China, Dongfang Hong, launched in 1970, all the way to the Shenzhou series. The 40-year-old Academy has designed and launched about 100 satellites and 6 Shenzhou spaceships. Its proudest achievements to date are turning China's dream of manned spaceflights into reality with the launch of Shenzhou 5 in 2003 and Shenzhou 6 in 2005. Now right behind me is the treasure, because this is the actual Shenzhou 6 aircraft that traveled to the space and returned to the Earth. Now, if you look at the size and shape from Shenzhou 1 to Shenzhou 7 to be launched soon, the size and the shape are more or less like the same. Now, if you look at here, the colors are a bit different. It's gray and a bit darker over here, because this is the side that faces the Earth. And when it returned to the Earth, it's burned. And actually, this is the measure to remove the heat and to protect the astronauts inside there. And if you look at the two holes here, there are several holes like this. There are small engines inside. These engines are used to adjust the angle of the spacecraft when in space. This is the display of the spacesuit worn by the astronauts in the aircraft. Looks like what we wear in the wintertime in Beijing, but I'm sure it's more complicated than that. But if we look at this position, it looks like the astronauts can be taking quite comfortable positions in aircraft, but it's not. The real position in an aircraft for an astronaut is like this. Looks bizarre, but according to the experts, this is actually the position of a baby in the womb. But we can imagine taking a position like this in the aircraft for a time of 2 days, 3 days, or even longer is not that comfortable. Unfortunately, the astronauts don't have to remain a position like that in space because they have work to do. And once again, they also need to eat, need to drink. So what's the food like in the spacecraft? It's like this. Now, according to the introduction over there, it says, well, they have meat. They have pork, they have seafood, vegetarian, they even have desserts. And those are the utensils they used when dining in the aircraft. And inside the bag in there is tea. I'm just wondering whether they have coffee inside there. But the good news is they even have ice cream. In a low-gravity environment, ordinary food and drinks will simply float away, so everything is either partially or completely dehydrated and then sealed. It takes about 30 minutes to prepare an average meal. Other than that, dining in space isn't much different than on Earth. Ordinary buildings behind me, but these buildings are extraordinary, because this is the AIT Center, the buildings for assembly, for integration, and for testing of the spacecrafts and satellites. Now remember, Shenzhou 7 aircraft and most of the satellites are assembled inside these buildings.
And now you know all the secrets. That's our reporter Ji Xiaojun bringing us the latest information about Shenzhou 7, how it is being made.